NFL, so many in the NFL, but I think LeBron James. LeBron got into a tussle in that Laker-Pistons game on Sunday. It's what everyone was talking about throughout the day on Monday. So let's be
okay, we are live. Shit, what the hell I'm doing? And then either much WWE Survivor Series had kicked out. I mean WWE Survivor Series because you know the WWE writers they suck at what they do. They sorry with the booking, the storyline. They are sorry how they are either much ain't trying to build no WWE superstars, and I have been saying that for the past couple of months back. And then either much so either much with Survivor Series though, how they this pay-per-view, they don't even much put no effort into this pay-per-view. On Survivor Series, they either much doing these shitty bookings because WWE they don't either much have no attention, either much building up WWE young superstars like Liv Morgan, Tony Storm, Tegan Knox, and Zaya Lee. She just got called up to the WWE main roster. And then if you think WWE gonna put Zaya Lee against Charlotte and Tony Storm and Sasha Banks, I don't either much respect them to do it because WWE creators is not either much gonna do right by her like you think you either much want them to do. And WWE ain't trying to concentrate on that. And then either much about Triple H, I heard rumors that is Triple H is gonna buy his own company, talking about Ring of Honors. They had released it. Every wrestler from that company undeployed. And if Triple H do buy his company, he can go out and get Karen Cross, Karen Cross, Keeper, Lee, Ember Moon, Shanti Adonis, and Isaiah Swerve, and B Fab. Then he can either much go and get Nia Jax, he can go get Tegan Knox, he can go get the the luchadors, he can either much go get either much and have his own or have Shawn Michaels either much run his be his producer and bring in Matt Bloom and bring in Sarah and either much bring in who else I say he can bring in? Black Bloomer, bring in Sarah, and bring in Road Dogg, and either much, and bring in his mode management teams, and then you don't have to worry about Vince McMahon either much touching your money that you got locked up into your safe. But if he look Triple H though, I don't think WWE would let him leave. Triple H is a smart man. He understands what he's doing. He been around the business for a long time. And Triple H knows about WWE creator. He knows how to create superstars. He knows how to either much bring in the right people around him. And then if Triple H though know how to build a top WWE superstar like he did in NXT, he would probably be the one that challenge WWE. Look, WWE sucked though, because you had Nick Khan either much sitting at in front of the front row on the side of other people, and he is looking to either much fire some fire a budget cut or release some body else from their contract. And that's what Nick Khan either much gonna end up doing. He probably will cut out. Let's see how much money he making on his contract. He probably making he got 5 years on his contract. And let's cut him. Bobby Roode probably be the one that be released from the company next. They ain't doing nothing with him. Right now, this company is just a totally fucking mess right now, and it really is.
Black Friday deals, the Levi's style. Shop the Indigo Friday sale for 50% off your purchase, exclusively at Levi's outlets. Take big on new winter arrivals, giftable styles, and your go-to faves. Gifts they'll love, and prices you'll love. But act fast. This offer ends on November 30th. Visit your nearest Levi's outlet to get everything you need for the holidays at 50% off.
And then
/stores.
At Memorial Hermann Joint Center, it's not enough to be Houston's leader in robotic-assisted procedures if we're not doing all we can to keep you safe. With our safe weight measures like...
And then we get, it's time for the 35th anniversary that WWE Survivor Series feature Raw versus SmackDown match, including Roman Reigns versus Big E, Charlotte Flair versus Becky as two of the top matches. The kickoff show match say the Raw until States champion Damian Priest against Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. They announced it where Raw and Jimmy Smith and Byron Saxton in SmackDown Pat McAfee. Damian Priest versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Priest applies a armbar. Boogs play the guitar, and Nakamura got out of it. Priest was thrown out a bit by the music. Nakamura broke free, and then they had a Stardom. Priest challenged in the corner. Nakamura put the boot to the thorn, landing to Boogs playing the guitar again. Nakamura 148 lifted, but Priest avoided it and hit a leap drop off the top rope. But to Priest with a jumping back elbow, Priest with a chin lock. Boogs played the guitar again. Then Nakamura got back up, and Priest looking angry. Priest warned Boogs not to do that again. Nakamura hit a running kick to the head. Then they come on and yell for Nakamura, landing to a right kick to the head. Nakamura charged at Priest in the corner. Priest was again the roast, and Nakamura hit a side German suplex for two. Nakamura with a leapfrog the rope, but Priest was ready with a spin kick to the knocking him down. Priest with a slam and clothesline and breaking away slam for a 2 count. Priest went for a choke slam. Nakamura got a kick to get out of that, and Nakamura figures back with a spinning kick to the head. Nakamura spin up in the corner. He charges Priest, ducked and got a roll up or two. Nakamura avoid a leaping. Priest attracted kick into the rails and running knee for a 2 count. Nakamura charged it against Priest, changing him and hitting a sit-out south of heaven chokeslam for a 2. Nakamura got out of a rocketing attempt. Nakamura with a stump to the ribs, and Nakamura went for an armbar. Priest with a grab go-go plant submission around the head neck, but then Booze played the guitar in Nakamura. Nakamura got out of the submission. Priest left the ring and smashed the guitar of Booze, which drew Booze, and Priest hit Nakamura with a piece of the guitar. Nakamura left the ring and hit Nakamura with the piece of guitar, and the referee saw it to Priest was disqualified at 9 minutes and 25 seconds. This was the match.
Welcome in the beginning of another hour of the Ben Tyler Show. We are together in the air.
And then you either much had Vince McMahon ended up taking. He ended up changing his music. He ends up letting Damian Priest either much do the arrow because he was an NXT guy down there. And that's what he ended up having. Look, to me though, WWE, they just fucked this build up because Shinsuke Nakamura can't take a loss, Damian Priest can't take a loss because he has not been doing nothing over there on Monday Night Raw that much with their United States Championship. And it was okay as they were just getting going, and then it ended with a stubborn it really to do CADQ finish on the kickoff show. But then what we got here, Priest was both there by the music, and then he got mad, so he took it out of Nakamura, landing to the DQ finish. It sure feel like Priest is on his way to turn heel basic on the way he acts there, and why has facts expresses have changed in the last few months.
Buffalo Bills dropped to 6-4 as the free fall begins for Buffalo.
Priest had an angry look on his face continue as he walked it to the back. I mean, look, I'm not a fan of kickoff shows. I'm just really not. I don't care if Shinsuke Nakamura lost or Damian Priest lost. And WWE ain't putting no effort into this build-up. WWE Survivor Series from the Barclay Center in Brooklyn, New York, November the 23rd, and we see the video package features the WWE Survivor Series open, hype up the Raw versus SmackDown match, where also promoted that Moose Red Notice on Netflix starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Gil Godin, and Ryan Reynolds. I have seen the movie yet, but I probably will check it out soon since Red Notice is a SPONSOR sponsor Survivor Series. They are promoting it a lot. There was an impressive poverty display to welcome to the show. There is no ELAPORATE explanation. Explorer said, as usual, is their usual Johnson set up that the usual have. I mean, with the Rock Dwayne Johnson though, I mean, you know, he probably wasn't gonna make his appearance on TV tonight because he doesn't need WWE money. He ain't there to help you with the WWE products, WWE taking, WWE promotions, the WWE brand. The Rock ain't either much coming in, and The Rock sat down in an interview and say that I would do a match with my cousin, dude. If it's at WrestleMania 38, that's what is going to be taking place down there in Dallas, Texas. Because you know WWE, they have to invest to put all their money into that stadium down there in Dallas, Texas, AT&T Stadium, coming up in 22 for next year. So if you gonna have The Rock face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 38, that means that Roman Reigns needs fresh opponents to work with. He is only coming back and wrestle one time. Maybe that WWE pilot saving The Rock to go in for Monday Night Raw starting tomorrow, but I don't know if he would make his appearance on Monday Night Raw. If not, they probably would just save him to next year if he is not available. And we get a video package as hype up the match with former best friend turning rivalry, the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Both women have won a lot, then a very confident, and they had a testing title exchange on SmackDown a few weeks ago. And Charlotte Flair was up first as the SmackDown Women's Champion, wearing their costume reel, a mixed reception with cheers and boos from the Queen, who is dressed in black. Then announcers for the match were SmackDown Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, with Raw Corey Graves, who has a mustache. So we get Becky Lynch got more of a babyface pop this appointment, beginning a heel. Raw Women's Champion Becky was dressed in some raw red like the ATTIRE actor with a serious look on her face. I am guessing that look after will make her even more popular, with some fans just beginning a little checky. That all. I said, why should I care for this match? I didn't give a damn about Charlotte either much versus Becky, because them two was going to beat the living hell out of each other. So Charlotte versus Becky. Flair with a punch to the face. Then Lynch got in a shot for delivery. Lynch into the turnbuckle. Flair tried a natural selection. Lynch avoided it and went the arm submission, but Flair got out of that. Lynch with a back kick to the head for Flair with a running spear on Lynch, but they left the ring with Lynch sending Flair into the ring post, into the barricade. They were chanted for Becky as she stumped it on Charlotte, but Flair come back with a back breaker and a kick to the back on the head. Flair delivered Lynch head into the mat repeatedly. Flair misses a running kick. Lynch with a knee and Flair with a kick. Flair wiping Lynch into the ring post. Flair went up so Lynch shoved her off the apron into the barricade. Lynch went to attack, but Players sent Lynch back first onto the top of the barricade. Both women led back into the ring at the same time. When angry look on the face, they exchanged a slap to the face, landing to Flair, hitting a clothesline. Flair with some slaps to the face. Charlotte with a running elbow against the turnbuckle. Flair with a punch against the turnbuckle. Lynch avoid a stomp to the knee, and Lynch hit a kick to the head. Flair with a roll up. Lynch went for a arm bar, and Charlotte hit a power bomb for two. They each battled over rolling attempt. Lynch sent Flair into the turnbuckle and working her over with kicks along with a slap to the face. Flair hits a explosive suplex that sent Lynch into the turnbuckle. Flair did a nap up to show her athleticism. Flair with the double moonsault spot that she has borrowed from Francis Andrade, in that got a 2 count. Lynch with a inside cradle for a 2. Player jumped it over the turnbuckle to the apron. Charlotte sent Becky Thorne first in the top rope, and Flair was on the floor. Lynch blocked a kick with with punches, slapping kicks. While Flair was in the ropes, Lynch jumped it off the middle rope with a leg drop to the fan chanting, "This is awesome," as both women paused for a breathe. Lynch did a takedown using the arm and then pulled back on both arms, landing to a pin attempt for 2. Lynch with a forearm. Flair misses a boot and hit a back elbow, which is other Andrade spot for a 2 count. Lynch went to the ropes. Lynch with a back elbow, and Lynch ran right into a big boot for a 2 count. Flair was mad at it was only a 2 count. Lynch counters a Charlotte move and hit a received DDT for a 2 count. Lynch pounded on Flair with punches to the uppercut body. Lynch went up to the up top. She did not go up top, then offer a Lynch went for a leg drop, but Charlotte moved, so Lynch barrel Barrel touched her. Flair went for a kick. Lynch with a manhandle slam, and Flair got her left foot on the bottom rope and to break up the pin. Since Lynch hooked it up the only leg, Lynch applies the figure 4-way leg lock. Lynch called the Flair a bitch. We're in the hole, and Flair counted. It's so Lynch got to the ropes to break grave notes that Lynch didn't have the moves like in a perfect that fan chanted, "This is awesome" again. Flair went with a boot. They kicked Lynch off the apron to the floor. Flair went up top and jumped it off with a moonsault where only her left arm hit Lynch, which is how she usually does. Is that got a 2 count play for Flair? They exchanged strikes again. Flair went for a pin and grabbed it, the ropes, but they referee saw it, so Flair let go. Lynch counted the pin, attempted Lynch Saturday on top, and Lynch and had her head on the ropes after they counted, and it was kick from the pin. And when the referee never saw Lynch hands on the rope, it went 18 to 15 seconds. Yeah. So this was a good match between two elite performers. That's how I have a personal amorism that the fans know all about it. They made it easy for the fans to buy it in exchange, get excited for even near fall as well as the near submission in the match. Flair was trafficked in the GOTISTICAL. It caused this heel where Lynch counters a lot and keep coming for more. When Lynch got the manhandle slam for a 2 count, it made me think Charlotte will get the win, but I was wrong that I don't know when they have a singles match again. I enjoy this one, and I am always going to look forward to the match because they know how to put on a good show. Yeah, because I don't either much want to see Charlotte. Now you can have Becky Lynch on Monday Night Raw and Charlotte on Friday Night SmackDown. They don't have to worry about each other. And I don't know, and they don't have to do a program with each other no more. So they both separated, and they don't have to look at each other's face. And the only person who I see who can beat Ronda Rousey is Becky Lynch whenever she come back. I mean, Ronda Rousey, when she come back, she can get her one-on-one rematch what we didn't get. So the replay showed that Lynch clean cheated to get the win because she wanted until the last moment to get her arm on the rope. So Becky celebrate the reign with her Raw with Titus, where Charlotte Flair looked disappointed, walking away with her SmackDown Women's title. And we get an air video from Survivor Series 1996 showing The Rock WWE debut that night. So Survivor Series is the Rock 25 years anniversary. So there was a video about Drew McIntyre joining in WWE from the beginning called The Choice, won in 2009 to get fired in 2014 to win the Royal Rumble in 2020 and then they WWE title in 2020 as well. I mean, I don't know why they showed The Rock either much on his video package at a Survivor Series in his pay-per-view. I mean, we all know it because I've been watching wrestling for 27 years. I either much have been watching wrestling. I have been watching it, so for 27 years, and I growed up though. So Survivor Series elimination match team: The Raw, Seth Rollins, Bobby Ashley, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, and Austin Theory versus Team SmackDown and Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, and Sheamus and Happy Corbin. So the wrestlers not competent in their team's shirt to start the match. Owens angry with Rollins, so that Owens could start the match. They bell ringing. Owens forced out with Woods, and Owens went out of the ring. Owens walked it up the outside to the back. Then, a side to the back. The referee counted him out, and Owens was eliminated just like that. And then it features KO heel turn as selfish, a guy that don't care about the team at all. I'm gonna get into Owens in a second. I'm reading. So Woods brought Theory into the ring, followed by punches and chop to the chest. Woods with a running drop kick to the back on Theory again. They rose. Drew tagged into the work over Theory with a hard chest to the chest. Sheamus was next in with a hard chop of his own, and Corbin tagged in with a chop. Rollins tagged in Corbin. Avoided leaping attack, and Corbin hit a clothesline. Jeff Hardy was in next to work over Rollins a bit, and Rollins chased Sheamus with a armbar, but Sheamus stopped that with a punch to the head. Woods was back in with a first drop on Balor. Drew with a impressive suplex on Balor for 2. Jeff was back into the driver. Balor into the corner, and Corbin tries to keep Balor in the corner. Balor and rolling up for 2 on Corbin. Balor kicked Madcap Moose, and Corbin hit a deep shame slam, and Ashley broke up and McIntyre with a belly to belly on Ashley. Rollins kicked it on McIntyre. Sheamus kicked it Rollins out of the ring. Theory with a attack on Sheamus, and then hit a slow down and bite Balor with a drop kick into the turnbuckle on Corbin. And then Balor went up top with a couple dude Gracie double foot stomp to pin Corbin. Happy Corbin has been eliminated. Just do something of his signature moves, like they double leg drop and drop kick, and a elbow drop. Balor with a low drop of his own. Rollins working over Jeff with a double axe handle to the back 2 times. Ashley was the legal man for the first time with a running shoulders tackle. Ashley worked it over Jeff with a forearm to the head. Balor with a chin lock on Jeff. Rollins back in, and they set up Jeff on the top, but Jeff got out of the way there with a whistle in the winning attack of the top on Balor. Rollins at the same time. Ashley attacked Drew off of the apron. Ashley put Drew on his shoulders and rammed Drew into the ring post. Theory went for a suplex. Jeff with a inside curry for 2, and Woods tagged in. Woods with a jumping kick to Theory, then a clothesline to Rollins, and Russian leg sweep by Woods to Theory was with a forearm to Theory. Rollins disrupted the referee, so Ashley hit Woods to knock him out the turnbuckle. Ashley tagged in, and Ashley hits a disadvantage. DEVASCATING disadvantage spear to Rock. Woods. Ashley applies the Hurt Lock submission with Woods tapped out. King Woods has been eliminated. Is 4 out of 3 for Raw. I mean, right now, Balor and Rollins in each has cynical blade neck breakers at the same time on Jeff, and Sheamus rose with a suicide dive on Sheamus, who had chained Balor in his arm, drew him back on the apron and tagged himself in face with has old rivalry. McIntyre has one more time. Ashley looked back in his corner to realize he couldn't tag out Drew with punches and chops. Ashley with a leapfrog and then a running shoulder tackle to Drew's chest. Drew bounced it off the top with a clothesline. Drew sent Lashley to the floor. Ashley had Drew on the shoulders, and Drew Lashley and Drew battle on the floor with Ashley hitting a clothesline on the barricade. They continue to brawl out at ringside where the referee was counting. Both guys, Drew got in right after the 10 count. McIntyre and Ashley was both eliminated. Ashley was walking around the ring trying to intimidate the referee. Then he turned around and Drew hit a claymore with a claymore kick. There was Alfred that come out that had to make Ashley go to the back. Rollins tightened McIntyre for beginning the elimination chamber. Drew hit a glass brawl. His headbutt to Rollins and Sheamus covered for a 2 count. Balor tagged in against Sheamus with a sunset flip. Sheamus with a double X on Balor and clothesline on Rollins, and Sheamus knocked the Theory off the apron. Sheamus with a power slam. Balor come back with a signal blade and a drive kick into the corner. Balor went up top and he jumped it off with the COUP Cup de Grace. Sheamus avoided it. Sheamus hit a brogue kick on Balor to pin and eliminate him. So Finn Balor has been eliminated. So it was 2-on-2 with Theory hitting a roll through into a drop kick on Sheamus for 2. Rollins with a snap suplex into a cover for 2. Rollins with a chin lock. Sheamus got a hold of Rollins into a backbreaker. Jeff tagging in with a jawbreaker on Rollins, and Jeff got 2 feet up to Rollins, downhearted with a splash of the middle rope for a 2 count. Theory went into the ring, so Sheamus threw Theory into Rollins. Jeff jumped it on the back of Sheamus for a corner, slamming that a Hardy double team moved Theory into the ring illegally. Sheamus sent him to the apron. Sheamus as Jeff took turns doing then the team forearm to the chest along with it. Sheamus with the white noise slam. Sheamus set up for the bro kick. Theory with a disrupted, and Rollins connected with a super kick for 2 really good near fall. There's Theory tagging in. Sheamus kicked him away. Rollins pulled Jeff off the apron, and Theory got a roll up of death. Sheamus with a head full of tackles for the pin win. So Sheamus has been eliminated. Theory slamming about what happened. So Sheamus ducked Theory with a clothesline. Sheamus also hit Jeff with a clothesline because Jeff wasn't there to make a tag. So it was Rollins and Theory from Raw against Jeff Hardy from SmackDown. Rollins went top and hit a fall splash on Hardy for a 2 count. Jeff avoided a double team and attack by the turnbuckle with a headbutt for both guys. Rollins bumped into the floor. Theory bumped it in the ring, and Hardy hit a swan-time bomb off the top of Theory to pin him. And Austin Theory has been eliminated. There were Hardy cheating, as Jeff was the last SmackDown wrestler against Rollins as the last Raw Rollins wrestler. Rollins told Jeff, "This has primed me," has Paul pressed him. Jeff with a Russian leg sweep and a double leg drop on the leg for a 2 count. Then fans were chanting, "This is awesome." Landing to Rollins, hitting a forearm to the back of the head for a 2 count. Rollins went for the stump. Jeff stopped it with his hand, and Jeff hit the twist of fate. Jeff went up top. He jumped it off with a swan-time bomb, but Rollins got the knee up and blocked. Rollins hit the stump for the pinfall went after about 30 minutes. But this was a fun match with any excellent ending. Squash kids. I don't like some of the interest elimination, like Bobby Ashley and Drew McIntyre doing a double count-out finish, but I get the WWE want to keep those 2 guys strong so they won't avoid getting a pin. I just think it's a lame way to take out 2 of the best guys in the match. I am glad that Austin Theory got to have a chance for a cool moment since he is the youngest guy in the match. That isn't a explanation. Explanation as the other. Jeff had a really good showing with the fans getting behind him. They wide away. They really want Jeff to win, but Rollins was too much for him, and the stump got it done for Rollins. Picked Team SmackDown to win, but it's not like it matters that much who wins and much like that. Instead, Rollins celebrates the win. Well, Jeff Hardy was down in the ring selling the stump that announced put it over as a great match. You know where though? With Kevin Owens though didn't either much, like he just didn't feel that he wanted to be on teams partnering with Seth Rollins and Bobby Ashley and Austin Theory. He just walked away and left his team high and dry. He just he been shot in his foot. That's like he don't either much want to be there in WWE no more, and he just ready for his contract to expire in January the 31st. In 22, so he can go over to AEW, because they just giving him the John Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, achievement. Then he goes over there in AEW and win the Owen Hart Cup. and goes over there and join in with the Young Bucks, Adam Cole, and then and Bobby Fish, and that's a brand new stable because when Kenny Omega is going to be off the TV for the next 7 months, so once he come back, that he is not going to join back in with them. So Kevin Steen is going to be looking so much better over there in AEW once he signed his contract on that dotted line. And either Drew McIntyre can't take a loss, and Bobby Ashley can't take a loss. So I'm glad that Rollins, he was the last man standing in the ring with Jeff Hardy. They have not been booking him on SmackDown like he is supposed to be. They done did segments with Jeff Hardy. Maybe when his contract goes up around come 2023, he's going over there to AEW and get a shot at the AEW Tag Team Championship one more last time, and after that, that's it. So we either much get a. There was a video showing of WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon arrived with some golden intern in his hand. So they showed other moments for The Rock career as Survivor Series 19 when The Rock turned heel to become the WWE champion. The Rock served Mankind with Vince and Shane McMahon and Rock becoming the WWE champion for the third time in his career. So there was a backstage scene showing a security guy standing in front of McMahon's door. Roman Reigns walked up to the guy outside the door. Then Roman walked in and shook Vince's hand. And so they showed. Hold up.
Does Kevin Stefanski keep his job if the Browns don't make the playoffs? Does he stick around there? That's a good question.
He jumped out.
Yes. So, because last year, remember the playoff one for the Browns? Ben Roethlisberger gave that game away last year. That was a giveaway situation with all those early turnovers. Just handed the game. But right now, if you look at the AFC standings, Cleveland is the 10th seed.
Oh, no, guys. My prediction jumped out. Hold up.
6-5. Only the top 7 teams get in. So at this point, the Browns will not be a playoff team. Baker being injured saves Stefanski's job. But does it save Baker? Oh no, I can't sign him, right? You gotta wait till it's
because that's the man we getting now.
And the franchise back after next season. That would be.
And I mean, yeah, because Roman walked in and shook Vince's hand. They showed Vince in his office with a golden egg, a cause that Roman asked Vince with that was, Vince said that was given to him by The Rock when he is Roman cousin. Vince motivated The Rock started in WWE 25 years ago. Vince said that this is not staged, probably. It is a Cleopatra egg from the movie Red Notice, and it worked. Millions and millions. Vince Monterey that The Rock started with $7 and not new. Now look at how big a star he is. Vince claimed that this is worth $100 million. The Rock said that's almost as much as his next contract. Roman left the room. And you see Roman Reigns, he that's sitting there, that's smacking his teeth, that is not sure why we need to see that or what Vince is doing on the show. But Maybe we find out before the end of the night. It's also a tease for Roman versus The Rock at next WrestleMania of maybe the one in 23. It is up to The Rock. The rumors will be stronger and now. Yeah, because we don't. I mean, if we don't get the match in 22, I mean, in Dallas, Texas, that means we are going to be getting the match in Dallas. I mean, in California, taking place. Because The Rock is filming movies. WWE got a Rock promotion. They got him. I mean, The Rock is filming movies. The Rock don't even much need to show up in a at a house show in front of these fans and show up at this trash pay-per-view at Survivor Series, and The Rock do not need to be there. And we get the 25 man's battle royal. What I didn't care for. So it's a 25 man's battle royal. Since it was 25 years of The Rock in WWE, there was a Pizza Hut box around the ring since they WWE is sponsor this match. The Wrestling War ran red Raw shirt and blue SmackDown shirt almost eliminated Drew Gulak, Shelton Benjamin, Humberto Carrillo, where AJ Styles left at the ring, or True grabbed a side of pizza, brought it into the ring, and tried to offer it to Omos. Otis walked it up, then he ate some of the pizza, and True even slapped Otis on the butt. So Otis teased True over the top to the floor. Omos and Otis did a double clothesline spot, and then Omos eliminated Otis with a clothesline. Cesaro eliminated Gable with a forearm to the floor. Ricochet eliminated T-Bar with a drop kick, and Masseuse eliminated Cedric Alexander. Fans cheering, we want pizza. So Zayn threw some pizza into the crowd and was eliminated on the side of the ring. Then Jinder Mahal, Eric, and Viper were eliminated. Sinski eliminated Eric and Ivor back-to-back. Sinski faced off with Omos in a matchup that excited Vince McMahon due to how tall they are. Omos eliminated Zinky easily. Styles and Steel out of the ring. Masu tries to eliminate Rude Ziggler, but the Rude hit a spine buster into a neck breaker by Ziggler, and Rude eliminated Masu with a capper over the top to the floor. Omos teased out after grabbing him by the throat. Ziggler tries to reason to Omos, so Styles jumped back with a 4-figure forearm, and Styles eliminated Ziggler. Zayn realized that there are only 3 SmackDown guys with Cesaro and Ricochet. Zayn within to work together. Cesaro didn't like that, so he hit a forearm, and Ricochet hit the recall knee, recall knee to Zayn's Street Poppers eliminated Zayn. Almost saw Commander Z's against the broke, so Omos hit a clothesline to eliminate Ozo. Ozo Styles tried trash talk Ozo, so Ozo tries to pull Styles out of the ring. Omos holds Styles, then there was kick to Omos, then Styles ended up being the top to the floor. Omos was made, so he eliminated Cruz. That was the 8th elimination for Omos. The Street Profits, Cesaro and Ricochet dissing to work together again. Omos, so it was 4-on-1 attack. Omos figured them out. Cesaro and uppercut Omos holding on, and Omos dumped the Cesaro out of the ring. Omos tossed it Darky's face, so Omos tossed it forward over the top to the floor with Ford doing a smooth soft dive for the bump. Ricochet face off with Omos, who changed, and Ricochet failed to lift Omos over the top. Omos tossed it Ricochet over the top to the floor with 12 elimination. It was 10-45. A dominant win for Omos, who really didn't sell much and looked scared that Wyatt thought that the match smooth some of the bump selling for Omos. Looks it good. Omos was my pick to win, so I am not surprised by it all. Post match, AJ tried to get pizza for Omos, but Montez Ford knocked his Styles down. Ford tossed some pizza silence into the crowd. The Street Profits at some pizza that was by the entrance arena. They also tossed more pizza into the crowd. There was a while to make the fans happy after heel win. Everybody liked the free pizza. Yeah, I didn't. You look at AJ Styles. I mean, Omos. I mean, he would never be anything in the WWE because if he's the next 2.0 Great Khali in the ring, he would never be booked as a top guy in the company. Now he would never be the strong merchandise seller in the company. He would be sitting back there, backstage, doing nothing. He would just be employed there. I mean, he would be back in like catering. And I mean, like the Street Profits, I wouldn't worry. I didn't care about this. Matter of fact, I ain't care about this 25 battle royal match. I ain't care for it. And we get, I mean, air for the next main event pay-per-view called Day on January 1st is Saturday Night Show. So the Rock 25 anniversary moment showed The Rock winning the Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble in 2000 pay-per-view. They show highlights of the kickoff show. So this SmackDown Tag Team Championship, the Usos made their entrance to boo Randy and Riddle were not as the Raw Tag Team Champion, no as RK Bros with this match. Our Orton set the record for most WWE pay-per-views matches. Even the fans were loud cheer for Orton and Riddle as they team faced it out in the ring. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay versus the RK Bros and Randy. The Usos were dressed in a wire, including bloodline tank tops. Riddle avoided Jimmy and hit a jumping kick to the chest, and Riddle hit a spinning grip wrench suplex. Orton tagged in, went for a RKO, and but Jimmy fell to the floor. Orton faced it off with Jay, with Orton hit a eye poke when the referee wasn't looking. Riddle hit a twister splash off Orton hands for a 2 count. Riddle kicked Jimmy on the floor and hit a floating bro splash on Jimmy on the floor. Jay was still legal, so he punched Riddle off the apron to the floor, and Jay sent Riddle into the barricade. Jimmy tagging in with a suicide dive onto Riddle on the floor. Jay hit a belly-to-belly suplex on Riddle. Jay hit a running hip attack on Riddle against the turnbuckle. Jay changing against Riddle with a kick to the head, and Jimmy applies a chin lock on Riddle. Jimmy preventing Riddle from tagging out. Jimmy with a suplex for a 2. Riddle powered out of a jumping move, and Riddle hit a rising knee to the face. Orton got the hot tag against Jay, with Orton cleaning house with a clothesline, along with a snap power slam. Orton hit power slam on Jimmy. As well, Jay pulls Orton out of the ring. That was a mistake. And then Orton with a belly to back suplex on Jay on the hood off the announce table. Orton did a belly to back suplex on Jimmy on the hood of the announce table as well. Orton and dipping DDT out the rope. Jay pushes Orton to block a RKO. Then a kick to the body and a suplex super kick by Jay. Riddle back in the kick, knee and corners. Throw arm and explode. Suplex from both Usos, and Riddle a senton on Jimmy. Jay blocked a senton with the knee, and Jay hit a pop-up neck breaker for a 2 count. Riddle hit a ground slam on Jay for 2. Jimmy back in with a pop-up Samoan drop for 2. The Usos working on Riddle with multiple kicks on into the ring, and the Usos hit a double super kick on him. The Usos hit a double super kick on Riddle for a 2 count, with Riddle doing a bridging out kick out. Riddle send Jay into the ring post. Riddle aboard Jimmy. Orton tags in with Jimmy, kick out Orton out of the ring. Jimmy with a jumping kick on Riddle. Jimmy went up top. He jumped it out for the splash, and there Orton with the RKO out. Now, where's Orton covering Jimmy for the 1, 2, and 3 for the pin? Meaning it was 14 and 50. So it was a very good tag team match between two talented teams that know how to tell the story and build to a exciting finish. Always right that whenever the Usos are in a longer match like this, you know it's going to deliver because they outstanding. I love they way that the shot the finish, because if you did a wild angel, then you would have seen Orton going into the ring, but with the camera angel Orange jumped approach on the scene out of nowhere to hit the Hang RKO with a great finish. Then fans really love Orton, so it was smart to have Riddle as the face, a heel on two different or scenarios, and then Orton tag in for the win as predicted in our preview. Orton and Riddle celebrate as the Raw Tag Team Champ. The announcement on the Orton set the record for most pay-per-view matches ever. Randy Orton, he's much have most wins ever on Monday Night Raw in history. He's a 13-time champion. He done won the Royal Rumble in 2017, main event WrestleMania, and then when it's all said and done, Randy Orton can retire as an in-ring wrestler. He can lace up his boots, and you can have him go into the Hall of Fame after everything what he accomplished in the WWE. But look, the Usos, WWE ain't trying to focus of building up nothing. They just either much not. And I done told y'all that there was other videos for the Rock 25th anniversary. This time is forced on WrestleMania 28 from 9 years ago. I was there when the Rock beat John Cena in the main event. It was the once in a lifetime match that was repeat a year later because wrestling is a working, my friend. So the show, WWE offered Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville with Vince McMahon walking back into the ring. Vince thanking them from beginning very fairly on Raw and SmackDown. Vince looking over to the cakes in his room where they explains a edge was missing. Vince said somebody must have stolen it. So he told Sonya to call the cops. Vince said The Rock isn't going to be so upset about this. Vince told Pearce to interview all of his superstars to find out who stole the egg, and if not, then tomorrow on Raw, Vince will get to the bottom of it. Vince McMahon will end up telling Adam Pearce and Vince, I'm gonna give you a month to find that egg, and if you don't find it, though, both of y'all are gonna be fired if y'all don't find it. The announcer is this case is what Colin Sachs and Gray smooth and with cold nothing that means all superstars from Raw and SmackDown will be on Raw this week. Superstars will be executive to be one brand. Expect when WWE change their mind. So we see their show and comedy book video about Xia Li coming to SmackDown because she has to protect her family. I already know that. I already done discussed it with you in this show. I am not going to go back over this again with you. And I'm not going to do that.
after the game, LA head coach Brandon Staley was pretty giddy. This problem is about that of our football team the entire year. That environment was really, really challenging for us. The crowd was going crazy against us. Our guys were ready.
Survivor Series elimination match: Team Raw, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Leah Morgan, Selena Bay, Carmella versus Team SmackDown: Sasha Banks and Shayna Baszler, Toni Storm. The women's on the team were wearing outfits. They rebranded the show. They were on for the most part, so most SmackDown one had some blue and most Raw women had some red. Carmella hit Storm with a forearm, and then Carmella tagged out some that she couldn't put a mask on. The women's put the mask on while slowing, so Carmella went back to the apron. Vega with a kick to the face. Carmella tried to put her mask on with Vega helped it. Ripley hit the mask to prove it from beginning. Applies Carmella yelled at Rhea, and Storm did the roll up out a death on Carmella to pin her. So she was eliminated. So this mask gimmick is one of the dumbest gimmicks in all of WWE right now. Carmella yelled at Rhea about Israel Banks tagging in against Bianca, but Sasha tagged herself in to get some heat. Belair with a wrist lock, taking herself in to get some heat. Belair with a wrist lock taking on Sasuke. There was a half pull from Sasuke, followed by a swing time splash for two. Belair stumped it on the reels to continue to attack. Belair with a splash for a two. Morgan tag in with a dodging attack on Sasuke, but Sasuke come back with a two jawbreaker and a punch. Natalia with a snap suplex, Morgan with a sunset flip for a two, Natalia with a roll up for two, and Morgan with a jackknife pin attempt, but Natalia Bird get on out of it. Natalia's signature shot suplex step on the back end basement, dropped it for Morgan with a sunset flip, followed by a drop kick. Rhea tagged it in with a clothesline on, followed by a headbutt and a running drop kick for two. Natalia with a release German suplex on Rhea. Baszler tagged it in with a double team suplex on Rhea. Baszler tried a stomp on the left arm. Ripley changed the foot and hit a forearm to her head. But Baszler with a spinning slam for a two count. Rhea aboard a train charge Baszler, who hit the turnbuckle. Sasuke, who was back out the apron, Rhea dives Baszler into the turnbuckle. Baszler was doing a triangle submission into a armbar. Rhea break free from the submission and stumped it on Baszler head. Sasuke back in with a kick. Morgan with a kick. Natalia with a clothesline. Vega with a bulldog, and Storm hit a drop kick. Ripley kicked it Storm out of the ring. The fans were bored, so they were doing the wave. Ripley had Baszler on her back and slamming her into the mat. Banks faced with Belair, when the fans receptive to them in a big way, the fans woke up with the chant for both women. Banks with a slap to the face, Bianca with a backflip off the rope. Banks got a takedown, landing to a crossface attempt, but Belair got out of it. Belair chased Banks in her arm lock to a fall-away slam. Belair back Banks into the turnbuckle, and then Banks used her feet to send Belair into the middle turnbuckle. Banks did a double signal shot tornado DDT with Ripley making the save. Belair with a spine buster on Banks for a 2 count. So Belair with for the KOD slam. Banks landed on her feet, and Banks with a head scissor into the corner. Vega tag in. Belair hoisted Vega and tornado her onto Banks to Vega with a head scissor into the corner. I think there was CM Punk and World Night. Pawn and Storm tagged in with spinning slam into a neck breaker to eliminate Vega. So Queen Zelina Vega has been eliminated. Storm and Morgan each got a near fall with some first piece pin attempts. Morgan tried to pin Storm for a 2 count. Morgan hit Arvius off the ropes on Storm to eliminate her. Tony Storm has been eliminated. Baszler approached the cleaner clutch on Morgan with Sasuke tagging in with a splash to Morgan. Banks went up top and hit a frog splash for the pin when the fans booed because they liked it. Morgan. Shayna Baszler has been eliminated. Ripley show off the power by walking Banks around the ring and hitting a suplex for to Ripley up top, and she jumped off the missile drop kick. Banks come back with a bank statement to the knee. Sasuke tagged in with a reverse silencer bread neck breaker, and Baszler with a knee to Ripley face to pin her. Rhea Ripley has been eliminated. It's 4 wrestlers from SmackDown and 1 more from Raw. Bianca Belair, there was some near falls attempts right away with Belair and Natalya. Then Belair hits a turnbuckle. Natalya with a spine buster in the ring. Sasuke and Banks angry about who legal in the match. Banks and Sasuke angry about things. Banks was most in the ring, but the count as out that Sasuke and Baszler proved Banks from going back in the ring. Sasha Banks has been eliminated, but Natalya with a clothesline on Belair following the one in the Canada office. Belair kicked Natalya into Baszler to knock her down. Baszler rose up Natalya to eliminate. Belair rolled up Natalya to eliminate her. Natalya has been eliminated, but the match returned with Belair in control of Baszler and hit the Grand Slam to pin her and eliminate. Shayna Baszler has been eliminated. Sasuke was alone against Belair with Sasuke hit a running back splash against the ropes. Belair blocked Sasuke's move and sent her into the turnbuckle. Belair into a KOD kiss of death, a pin Baszler to win the match. But at 23 minutes and 45 seconds, Sasuke has been eliminated, but when Team Raw, Bianca was the longest. But it was just an average elimination match. Some of the elimination was lame. It seemed like the crowd didn't care for the most of the match. I think most people like me assumed it that Belair would do well since WWE always push her well. Was she in the title scene or not? She's a woman that can handle it all. I am glad that Tony Storm and Leah Morgan got some offense in, so they airlines, ANDIENC, airlines can see what they have in them. That spot when Sasha Banks began eliminating really don't work that well and made a lot of the wrestlers look dumb. I get that they want Belair to stand out by surviving 4-on-1 to win, but again, the crowd didn't seem to care, so it was through to get excited about it. But yeah, because they booked it. If you thought Bianca Belair was not going to survive on 4-on-1 women match, your ass is a damn fool if you thought Bianca Belair wasn't going to win, because WWE have booked her up stronger in that match. Because you remember when I was telling you about Bianca Belair need to just kick everybody ass on Team SmackDown, and then ended up and let her get a shot at Bianca, it's Becky Lynch, and win back that Raw Women's Champion so she can get her win back. So WWE has screwed her twice at SummerSlam, screwed her twice on Monday Night Raw. But if they don't do this match coming up on January the 1st, 2022, for that Raw Women's Championship, that is going to be a blow. Because I was just cheering. I was just cheering in this match. The rest of these women in these match, who I didn't care for Natalya, didn't care for Carmella, didn't care for Selena Vega, and I was not even much worried about Rhea Ripley. I wasn't worried about her, and I sure wasn't worried about Tony Storm or Natalya and Shayna Baszler. It's just was not no Leah Morgan. It's just not no WWE is not trying to concentrate of this building up any top stars in the women's division. They just either must not try to do that. Because Tony Storm is going to be challenging Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Champion, and she is not going to win it. Leah Morgan is challenging Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Champion. If you think Leah Morgan is going to be winning that title, it's not happening. So WWE, man, they ain't pushing her. And Selena Vega, I ain't care for her. Didn't care for Carmella. Those two was just in the ring. And Bianca Belair, that's my girl. I was just cheering her. That's why she is the EST. And my girl Queen Lake say, them haters really thought she fell off. So I'm happy. I'm happy for Bianca Belair. The next Rock 25 moments was show when The Rock approached on SmackDown 2 years ago on the Fox debut show. Rock got to hang out with Becky Lynch as they beat up Baron Corbin together. So we see Paul Heyman was walking backstage with Kayla Braxton showing up for an interview. Heyman said that he didn't take Vince McMahon golden egg. Kayla said there was rumors backstage that Brock Lesnar suspended is no longer indefinitely. Heyman was shocked by that and told her to ask Adam Pearce since Pearce seemed to have a problem with Lesnar.
Exceptionally common sense.
Look, you already know Brock Lesnar is going to be coming in the front row seats to coming up on December the 10th. I don't know where SmackDown is going to be taking place, but I have to check my schedule and see. But
customers can play free for millions with their first deposit.
I'm going to talk about when I get there. A video aired. Bobby Ashley talked about his journey to WWE while also showcased some of his earliest career highlights. I am not sure why we need a 3-minute video like this when it's 3 hours into a pay-per-view. A video package aired about Roman Reigns and Big E since there was much interruptions with them on the road to this match. It was most about their careers in WWE. So the WWE Big E was up first. Was cool that Big E had a jacket in Arrow that had purchased from the TV show since Fields on it since some Fields was based in New York, so it was fitting for him to wear that during the match in New York.
This is Craig Ackerman from the Rockets broadcast team. I use IHeart Radio because it's everything I listen to in one app. At home, I listen on my smart speakers. I just say, Alexa, play Sports Talk 7.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped. And Rocket Mortgage can help you save big.
We get Roman Reigns as up next in the Universal Champion. The Triple Chief walked out for the match along with the wrestling wise man Paul Heyman, who also the special counsel for Reigns. Then interest for Reigns was nearly 4 minutes along. Just stay. So, Big E versus Roman. Big E shoved Roman to the corner, so Reigns left the ring, and Heyman sucked it up to the Tribal Chief as we grouped for a few minutes. Reigns come back with a limp clothesline followed by stump. They ran the rope. Big E went to leapfrog along with a back elbow. Big E for a splash on the apron. Reigns moved it and Big E hit the ring apron. Harley Reigns with a dive. Oh shit.
Join the fun. Tap out and download Best Beans on the App Store and Google Play for free today. That's friends without the R. Best Beans.
It jumped out some.
Black Friday deals, the Levi's style. Shop the Indigo Friday sale for 50% off your purchase, exclusively at Levi's outlets.
Yeah, because what I did say.
Giftable styles at your go-to fades.
Because I said Big E shoved Roman into the corner, so Roman left the ring and Heyman sucked it up to the tribal chief as regrouped it for a few moments. Reigns come back with a leap clothesline followed by a stump, the running the roast. Big E with two leapfrogs along with a back elbow. Big E went for a splash on the apron. Reigns moved it and Big E hit the ring apron hard. Reigns with a dive by kicks to the head. Reigns with a chin lock. Big E back up. Reigns hit him with a back elbow. Reigns bouncing out the rope with a big boot to the face. Reigns tossed the Big E out of the ring where Reigns sent Big E to the ring post. Reigns tried a whip on Big E, but Big E come back with a head whip that sent Reigns into the steel steps. Big E in the ring. Big E hit the two belly-to-belly suplex. Big E dodged it and charged the Reigns and hit a side belly-to-belly slam along with a splash. Reigns changed a charge. Big E for a Samoan drop. Reigns with a corner clothesline. Reigns charged, but Big E charged him and hit a U-Reigns slam. Big E went for a arm bar. Reigns countered it and got back with a set-out powerbomb for two. Reigns charged Big E, avoided Reigns, got a hold off Big E and hit a Reigns bottom way to the rock bottom, landed to Rocky Chant. Roman hit a Superman punch that Big E to the knee, so Reigns was shocked. Roman with a other Superman punch. Well, Big E was getting back up with the fan support on the crowd. Reigns hit Big E with a third Superman punch. Reigns did his loud corner yelling to let us know what was coming. Big E was fired up going for the Big E ending. Reigns slapped it out. Reigns to the ending. Big E hit a running spear from the apron to the floor. Back in the ring. Reigns hit a spear for just a 2 count, then moved. Reigns has won many titles, but it didn't get the job here. Reigns told Big E that he didn't deserve to be in the ring with him. Big E got a hold of Reigns and dug him into the turnbuckle. Big E with other spears by the apron, but Reigns countering it into a headlock. But in the ring, Reigns applies a Rickland headlock. Big E managed to power out of the ride. Big E delivered the big end, and it's got a 2 count because Reigns got his hand on the bottom rope. Big E got some payback by whipping Reigns into some barricade feature. Fortress. Big E tried a attack, but Reigns managed to send him into the steel steps. Reigns hit a Superman punch. Well, he hit the floor. Reigns hit Superman punch on Big E on the floor as well as Big E with the left. Reigns stumped it on the back of the left knee, and Reigns hit a spear for the pin and win. This match was 21 minutes. 21 and 55 minutes. So a clean win for the Tribal Chief, which is not a loud comment for him, but that was it. It should have been. It started slowly. We was maybe too slow. piece early on then. They picked it up then. They had a great show by the end of the night. Big E got the good near fall after the big ending in a spot similar to with Big E. Becky and Charlotte did early that in the case. It was never meant to be controversial finish and was just a spot for a near fall. Reigns were clean call his dominant and normally him for beginning a great character, sure, and for all of the outstanding 4-star level matches he has had over the last year in a half big century proved it he is worth of beginning a main event talent to I am a fan of both guys. And Roman Reigns celebrates the WWE Universal title and he left the arena. Reigns went up the outside with Heyman and Reigns did some more post that was the end of the show. I mean, yeah. I with Survivor Series, I know the pay-per-view was still trash. Roman Reigns has put over everybody in the company because Vince McMahon wants Roman Reigns to be the longest Universal Championship. Because when WWE is time for Roman Reigns to drop that WWE title, they want to move on to somebody else. They are looking for the next Roman Reigns, and then the person who can beat Roman Reigns is Walter. But that's what I'm saying. It's Walter because right now Triple H he worked it hard to develop Walter. But he don't need the Walter though. He don't need to come on a WWE main roster because when Bruce picture and he give you something great, he is gonna fuck it up for you. I don't trust him, not Vince, not Kevin Dunn, not John Laurinaitis. I don't trust none of them because they don't know how to book the right star correctly. Because Walter is the one that either much is the one should be getting into the Royal Rumble and winning. He should be the one that faces Roman Reigns to take the Universal SmackDown Championship out for him at WrestleMania. And then have him shine with it. So Survivor Series, I give it a B. You know everybody will be on Monday. SmackDown gonna be on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. The whole roster and Vince McMahon is gonna find out where that eggshell is. And the guy looks like someone is spraying with a hose for 3 hours. I don't think he wanted anything. Can we give him something? I mean, my God, I felt bad. It was like every time, especially the way the game went, you're watching it, and like he's in disbelief. And I'm just saying, as bad as this looks, it looks worse because like no one's willing to give him a hat. No one's willing to give him something to shield himself from the perpetual rain of the Houston Texans. I was trying to see you figurative with what you're saying. The Texans just jumped out to a lead. It took a battle axe. That's good. That is good. Yeah, I don't know if Vrabel actually wanted to have. I think the game was so bad that he thought maybe the rain pouring on my face could distract everybody from the fact that the team that Derrick Henry is a shell of what they were. How they're when had 8 wins at this point, I have no idea. I can't. Well, they had the former leading rusher, best running back, Derrick Henry. When that gets exposed now, you're looking at yourself saying, okay, we don't have that same offense. All of a sudden, our defense doesn't look as good. And here we are. We're a team that essentially has gotten stripped
all our ability to be able to impose the style of football we want to play. I mean, they just can't do that anymore. And by the way, that game, I forget who did it. A.J. Brown got hit. Yeah. Most wide receivers would have buckled and started convulsing on the field.
I give Pay-Per-View Survivor Series a B. Roman Reigns versus Big E was a good match. And Bianca Belair put Team Raw on her back.
I'm always impressed by him whenever he's involved in the game or in their passing attack, because there's no fear whatsoever across the middle for that dude. It's two pros and a cup of Joe here, Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Taking place during the course of this last segment. Yeah.